I want to do a quick video just so working. And I was thinking about like atheists are like extremely arrogant, and they like judge God by their own standards, which vary from individual to individual. And this is how we ended up with politics giving us the Third Reich and deciding that a certain group and class of people were not worth keeping alive. But it's like I had a little stepson, and sometimes when they do bad things, we're like, you know better. And it was funny to me because one time we did something they didn't like, and that little man said to me and my wife at the time, he looked at us and he's like, you know better. And that was just so funny, this little guy judging us by the standard that a little child has. And it's the same way as atheists do with God, trying to prove that God doesn't exist or is immoral by judging him by the morals in which he put into us. It's like sometimes like I saw on TikTok, someone was like, God killed all the firstborn children in Egypt, but we don't know that they're all children. We don't know that they were babies. They could have been, but they could have all been adults. But it was the firstborn of everything, not just the humans, but also the animals and livestock. So it was a specific. Each plague was specific for a purpose. But it just amazes me when people come up with arguments against God, especially over morality, when we get our whole idea of morality and goodness from God. And there was a time in the Bible where God took a baby from David. It was the first child he had with Bathsheba. And David prayed and mourned, and like, because the baby got sick, and he just so begged God to spare the life of the child. And eventually the Lord took the child died, and David stopped mourning, stopped praying so hard, and just kind of accepted it. And they're like, well, why are you suddenly okay after the baby's dead? He's like, well, baby is with the Lord now, so there's no point in being upset or sad about it. Basically something to that effect. I have to read it again to be 100% sure what it says. I'm doing the palmistic paraphrasing, but it's basically what happened. So people get so upset when babies die, and it is a horrible and tragic thing. But babies are still innocent, and they don't just go to hell and like the rest of us. So it's not really so bad for an innocent to go directly to heaven. I mean, they kind of go there like naked with nothing. Like, we have a chance to develop our supernatural self into something more when we get to heaven. Like, so it says people lay up treasures in heaven, and how do you do that? And that's by living a good life and being good to others. But first you have to start with submitting your life to Christ and accepting Christ's sacrifice for you. So anyway, I just wanted to share that real quick.